Okay, so today we're going to do this question. It's off a woodwork paper. It's actually off a Mox recently, 2015, I think, but it actually came up in 2005, actually on the woodwork paper. So for TG, it's a perfect question, a good example of getting used to drawing views. We're going to do a plan view as well as these views, so we just need to be careful with the setup. But it's a nice, simple question. We want to watch a few little simple things in the thing, and that's basically, we need to read the question. All material is 20 millimeters. So basically, if there's a measurement that's missing, such as this maybe, or this width here, it must be 20 millimeters. The other thing is the dowel is 20 millimeters. So a dowel is basically a rod that we use generally in woodwork for so possibly joining things, or in this case for like holding in the spices. So basically what we have is this rod here is 20 millimeters in diameter. So if we want, we can put a little symbol there for 20. Okay, or radius 10. Sorry, that drawing, just because thickness of pencil didn't, the symbol didn't come out very well. But anyways, we'll start here. So the height is 150, so 100 plus 20 plus 30. So we'll come down, because we want a space for the plan, come down 160 to start. So I'll zoom out my visualizer, I come down 160, and draw our XY line across the piece. And again, we have an end view, and it's relatively big, so we come in only 10 millimeters from the edge. So I'll start from what my pink starting to set out. So we know, be careful with the width. The width is 240. The width of the shelf at the front is what is 220. Okay, so basically you just want to be careful there. There's 220 here at the front, but that's from there to there. If we look carefully, we see 240 is the top measurement. So my set square didn't go far enough. So what I'll have to do, there was basically go to 200 and then add on 40. So my heights then, I have 30, 20 and 100. That brings me up to 150. And I also have 90. If I look at the other side, and another 40, bringing up to 130 for my rail. And technically I'll have back down another 20 here for my shelf. So I'll draw these across slightly when I'm at it, figure out where the various bits are at a later stage. Now again, I have to slide this down just because my adjustable set square, or not my adjustable set square, T-square is basically hitting off the object. So hopefully that's seeable. I might darken this down. Oh, that should be pretty okay. Okay, so then if we start to put in our widths, we know our material is 20 mil thick. So we've got 20 mil from one side and 20 mil from the other side. And I could also use the 220 measurement at this stage, but I'll come back to that when I have a few bits heavied in. And that's pretty much the main outline. So what we'll do is I'll take my black pencil and I'll start to heavy in the various parts. So I'm happy with this here being solid. I'm happy with this line here as being solid. This one here will be solid down until the groove for the shelf. So here and here I'm happy with. And here I'm happy with. So there's my two uprights. If I want to get them finished, we know that there's 220 of a scoop here, and basically this is 240. So we know that the groove that's going to come into it is basically going to be 10 millimeters either side. Okay. And that's a joint that we use in woodwork to allow us to hold the shelf in securely. So I may as well heavy in the shelf. So okay, so there we go. And then I have my front two edges here. So that's my 50 mil up. And then I have my rail at the back. So the only thing that I haven't put in when looking at the front is the dowel. Now I'm going to leave that until I draw the end view and then project it back. So I'm quite happy with my piece so far. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to bring all these lines that I have, because they're going to be useful, over to the end view. I'm going to leave a gap of 10. So I'll just straighten that up there again. Okay, so I'm going to leave a gap of 10. Now, the first thing just to remember is basically this is the back of the object. So this is going to be the upright part. So basically this edge here. Okay, so that's an important concept. So the back is the one closest here. The back will also be closest when we're doing the plan. So we have that, and then we know we have a gap of 25 and a gap of 75 extra, so 100 in total. And that's my main details. What I'll do is I'll draw the groove for the mortise and tenon that's going through with the spice rail at the back is held in at a later stage. So we'll just draw the main shape from the ends. So we're happy enough with that. So the first thing I could do if I wanted to, well, I know there's a shelf in there. So that's going to produce a hidden detail line inside. So there we go. And then I have this bit of joint system here. So we know that it's 10 mil in, and we know all material is 10 mil thick. So we now have a groove for that. And if we wanted to, if we're thinking about for a wood or paper, we could draw some end grain there just to show how it goes in. So that's basically end grain. That's that. And so now I have my dowel. So we're showing that the dowel is in 30 from the front edge. So I'll pick a different colour just to mark out where it is. So in 30 and up 55. Okay, so like that. So we know it's diameter 20, so we need to set our compass to 10. So if we're doing that, what we want to do is make sure our 2 points are level. Okay, and set our compass to 10. So I can mark this down 10 like so. So because this is quite a small circle, I want to draw it as carefully as possible. Try to take my time to be neat and also making sure my points are level. So what I can do now is I can take the bottom of this over here, and we can do the same with the top edge. Now I'll bring this up just to get the exact point and bring it across. So my green detail here is used for this. Now the dowel goes through fully, so it is important that I keep bringing it to here. And what I'll do is I'll just use a green maybe to heavy it in. So this will be heavy. This will be heavy. Okay. This here, I'm just going over this just so that you can see it, would be heavy. Okay, and this bit here then would have gone through the object. So this will be hidden detail, and the top edge would be hidden detail. So if this was the woodwork question, and that was all they asked for basically that, and they asked for 4 dimensions. Now, what I should have left was a little bit more space at the top, and I'm just going to see when the plan is finished, could I give you a better starting off position. So what we'll do is we're going to construct the plan first. So it's not specifically asked in this question, but for practice, we're going to do it for today. So I'll bring down all my various lines like so, and we'll take my 45-degree set square, and we will project down all those points. Okay, so now I will need to bring down this, and I will need to bring down this, and I need to bring down the outer edges of my dowel. And I need to bring down my front edge. So hopefully, with your luck, they're perfectly the right length. Okay, so we'll bring down them all then. So 1, 2, that's the top edge. That's the edge for the back upright, and then that's what we needed for the joint. So it might be handy to take one bit at a time. So I suppose the first thing that I'm going to do is just going to get the main outline everything. So the main object in plan is going to appear as a rectangle when I look down from the top. Quite simply, that's that. My next part is basically the outline of the uprights. So they're like so. The next thing is the back rail, which is basically this one. So there's the back rail. That will be the surface here. Now what I forgot to do was, I forgot to show the hidden detail for how that joint was in an elevation. But basically this will come right through here. This will also come right through here. I should also have had hidden detail here to show how it will come through. And the same here. Okay. So that looks pretty good so far. So the bit that I have forgot about is the down. So again, I'll use my green just to highlight it. And I've also forgot this edge here. So this edge is the top surface. Again, by projecting all these down, you can sort of see which ones you've missed. So that's basically that edge there, that surface there. So the last thing I need to do is I need to bring across the green part of the dowel. So again, I'll lightly draw it across first. This will be seen when I look down. So because it's a cylinder, it will look like a rectangle in two views and a circle in one. So on the front and the top view it look like a rectangle. And we're happy enough with that. And then I check over for hidden detail. There's one other little bit of hidden detail that I seem to have forgot here, and that's basically this here where it came through. Now, I seem to have drawn this one a little bit off because it doesn't seem to be perfectly in the centre. So I'll just check. Yeah, my set square was a tiny bit off when I drew it. So basically that shelf will go through the full way. So there'll be hidden detail fully gone through here where the shelf slots along, and the same on this side. So the last thing then that I need to do is, I haven't put in my 4 dimensions. So I'm going to take a blue maybe, and I'll put in a few here. Now, as I said, what I might have done in hindsight is, could have come down a little bit less, or a little bit more than 160, maybe 170 at the start, and that might have given me a better starting position. But my length across here is basically 240. And again, be careful not to get that confused with the 220 measurement. 240. We'll start putting in 3 heights here maybe, just to make things, give them a little bit of space. So my total height here, so keep it on the outside, is 150. This height here was 50, and the height then from here to here, let me just check it, is 80. So it doesn't really matter what dimensions you pick, as long as you pick 4. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So my writing could probably be a little bit clearer, but again, it's just partially got to do with the pencil. It's colour pencil. Okay, so we'll straighten that up there. So hopefully you can see all that, and that's the question completed.